A girl steps into an elevator, just trying to get home. Suddenly, a pitch-black foot jams the door open. In walks a woman, soaked to the bone and caked in mud. She doesn't even press a floor button, just stands there, totally creepy. When the elevator hits Lisa's floor, the woman silently follows her out. She goes straight to the door next to Lisa's. Then, she starts knocking. A chill runs down Lisa's spine. She quickly walks past the woman. She rushes inside and bolts the door shut. The knocking continues outside. Lisa's terrified. She hides inside and shakes. She grabs her phone to call the cops. Then suddenly silence. Lisa peeks through the crack, but the woman is gone. The next night, same time, that woman is back in the hallway, banging on the door, harder than before. Terrified, Lisa looks again, only to find the hallway completely empty. Who is this woman? Is she even human? It all started a few days ago. Lisa is a grad student at a Seoul Art College. She just scored a cheap apartment right in the city center. On moving day, Lisa finds a creepy talisman in the flower bed downstairs. It has a sinister mask drawn on it. She thought it looked artistic, so she took it home. She even decided to carve a mask based on the drawing. While carving, Lisa accidentally cuts her finger. Blood drips onto the mask. She goes to grab a band-aid, but when she returns, the blood has been completely absorbed. Lisa feels uneasy, but she keeps the mask anyway. She covers the mask with a cloth. Then she goes to bed. Suddenly, a gust of wind blows the cover off. A pair of eyeballs eerily appears in the mask's empty sockets, fixed on the sleeping Lisa. The next day, Lisa brings the talisman to school to find out what it is. Suddenly, she feels a chill run down her back. Just as she turns around, a few drops of blood fall on her back. But Lisa has no idea. By the time she reaches the library, her back is already covered. She spots a book on ancient witchcraft and reaches for it. But another girl, Emma, snatches it first. The two get into a heated argument that spills outside. That's when Lisa finally sees the blood on her back. She panics. Then she runs to the restroom to wash up. Seeing Lisa so shaken, Emma offers her a clean shirt. And just like that, they become best friends. Later, Lisa is working on her carving in class. Her crush shows up and confesses his feelings. Lisa is caught off guard by the sudden romance. But just as things get intense, Emma shows up and kills the mood. The guy has no choice but to leave. But then, Lisa notices something terrifying. A female ghost is literally clinging to his back.
제가 방을 보게 보지. 하지만 넌 모르는 거.
Turns out, Emma is a medium. She makes a living as a fortune teller and exorcist. Lisa tells her about the weird shit happening in her apartment. Emma suspects the woman is a vengeful spirit. The neighbor must have done something horrific to her. That's why she knocks on his door every night. Lisa is paralyzed with fear. That night, when Lisa gets home and opens the door, an envelope drops through the crack. Inside are 3 checks and a note. The neighbor wants her help with something. He needs her to lock his safe before midnight, then unlock it an hour later. Hungry for the cash, Lisa heads over. The safe is in the middle of the room, covered in charms. She locks it as told and gets the hell out of there. Right at midnight, the knocking starts, followed by the sound of nails scratching metal. Lisa blasts the TV to drown out the screams. At 1 a.m., the noise finally stops. As agreed, Lisa returns to the neighbor's place. She sees muddy footprints and deep scratches on the safe. Lisa immediately thinks of that woman. She unlocks the safe. Then she runs. She's too terrified to sleep. While waiting for the bus, she spots a news headline. A few days ago, a model was found dead in the woods. And even more shocking, the model in the report was the same woman who was knocking on her door. That's when Lisa finally realizes she's really dealing with a ghost. That night, another envelope appears. The neighbor wants her to do it again. Furious, Lisa goes over to the neighbor's door to tell him to stop bothering her. She knocks and knocks, but no one answers. Just as she's about to turn and leave,
제 목숨이 달린 일입니다. 아니 오늘 하루만입니다. 그러니까 제발.
the neighbor sounds desperate, so Lisa agrees to help one last time. She heads back in just before midnight, but this time, she peeks inside the safe. To her horror, her neighbor is locked inside, his face covered in talismans. Lisa slams it shut and runs for her life. But the second she steps out, she's face to face with the ghost. The spirit inches closer and closer. Lisa fumbles with her keys. Then she dives into her apartment. The next morning, Lisa goes to the agent to try to break her lease. But the unscrupulous agent tells her she'll lose her deposit if she breaks the contract. More than being scared of ghosts, Lisa is scared of being broke. With no choice, she has to keep living there. But as soon as she walks in, her neighbor ambushes her and tases her. When Lisa wakes up, she's already tied up in the neighbor's place. He threatens Lisa. She has to lock and unlock the safe on schedule every day, or he'll kill her. Just then, frantic knocking starts at the door. Looking at the clock, it's already midnight. While the neighbor is distracted by fear, Lisa breaks free and grabs a knife from the kitchen. In the struggle, she accidentally stabs him. The neighbor dies on the spot. The cops arrive quickly. Luckily, a witness saw the whole thing. Lisa isn't charged with murder. Later, she goes to Emma for help. To find out the truth, they go back to the neighbors. They plan to summon his spirit to find out what really happened. When the neighbor's spirit possesses Emma, the truth finally comes out. The neighbor was a photographer. He met a model named Rose while working, and before long, he fell in love with her. But Rose wanted nothing to do with him. He was just a poor photographer. So he kidnapped Rose. Then he used a witchcraft mask. He cast a love spell on her. From then on, every midnight, Rose would show up at his house, but she wouldn't remember any of it. And at 1 a.m., she'd leave as if nothing happened. But this twisted situation didn't last long. Rose's boyfriend eventually found out she was pregnant, and the baby wasn't his. He broke up with her in anger, and the neighbor thought he finally had a chance. But Rose mocked him, saying he was way out of his league. In a fit of rage, he told her about the hex, and Rose immediately slapped him. During the argument, he shoved her, and she fell backward, cracking the back of her head on a rock and dying instantly. That was the start of his nightmare. Even though Rose was dead, her soul was still bound by the curse. Every midnight, Rose's ghost comes back for her lover. The neighbor knew how to cast the spell, but not how to break it. Now that Lisa has killed him, in Rose's eyes, Lisa murdered the man she loved, and the curse has shifted to Lisa. Every midnight, Rose comes for blood, and no matter where Lisa hides, the ghost finds her like a GPS. Luckily, 1 a.m. hits, and Lisa barely makes it out alive. At dawn, she begs Emma to save her, and Emma explains that Rose doesn't even realize she's dead. The only way to end this is to let Rose possess Emma and face the truth. They dig up Rose's body, and before the ritual begins, Emma teaches Lisa a protection spell in case things go wrong. The ritual starts, and Rose's soul enters Emma. Looking at her own rotting corpse, Rose remembers everything. She loses control and grabs Lisa by the throat, trying to choke the life out of her. At the last second, Lisa screams the spell, the dark energy finally disappears, and Rose lets go of her hatred. Her soul is finally at rest. Just when Lisa thinks it's over, midnight hits again, and the knocking starts outside the door. Rose is gone, but the unborn baby in her womb is now possessing Emma. They cleared the mother's grudge, but to the baby, Lisa is the monster who killed its parents.